everyone, John Henry here, slingshotfutures.com, and welcome to the Market Mindset, where we dig into the reasoning behind the moves today so we can better understand tomorrow. And today we're going to be taking a look at crude oil. Now, crude oil still trading on the 11.16 contract. Hasn't rolled over to the 12.16 yet, probably will maybe tomorrow or the day after. But so far, we opened up the week with some relatively interesting movement. If we look at Friday's price action, we had a beautiful bearish move down. AB equals CD moved lower, and that ended the week into a range going until the very end where they tried to break higher. Now, putting it into the context of things, this is a range after a bearish move down and an attempted breakout up. So a bullish breakout out of a bear sentimented range, not very likely going to stick around. And the fact that we closed this very first candle as very, very bearish, you're likely going to find sellers attempt to drive that market lower, and that offered up a beautiful sell opportunity to drive the market back down again. Main objective, you're looking towards just the prior low a day again. We're in a range. We're likely going to break in, a failure at the highs, break down through the lows, but because it is a bear sentiment to the range, it may have a little bit more juice in the tank to try to get the drive lower, and that's exactly what happened. Now, before the breakdown actually occurred, we found a bunch of support off of our major areas of support and resistance that we post on the blog. They tried finding a little bounce right there, and they didn't do so hot after that third bull candle formed. They trapped high and then dunked lower, just hammered down. So a lot of buyers very likely got trapped on that. They tried buying into the support area, they tried buying at the range lows, not understanding that it does have a bearish bias to it, and if they didn't take a very small target, they got whipped out on a very aggressive move and probably some stop running going on at the bottom. That's also a good reason why you would want to be a seller here, because we know that buyers are now getting whipped out of the move. Their stops may be below the lows here, maybe below that third bull candle, whatever the case, they're getting stopped out, and that's apparent given this huge bear breakout here. We have a bear sentimented range. We're looking for a downside move after a failure through the top. We're probably going to get an equidistant breakdown, right? The break up happened about this size, so we're looking for a breakdown by about that size. And that also lines up with a major area of support. We get the breakdown, beautiful drive lower, and they continued it lower until we hit that major area of support along with the newly formed channel lows, and we found a ton of support underneath there. They couldn't get things going. Huge bear move down, weak bull bounce, sellers probably selling into that move up thinking, you know what? The buyers don't have a case right here, and we're probably going to go back down to the lows, and they were definitely able to, but not by much. They couldn't even close underneath the new low, and that allowed for sellers to start taking profit on a correction back up again. Now, in the live trade room, we were talking about an area of resistance across here at around 82 to 83, massive area of resistance that we were looking to sell into, and it drove a gorgeous drop right back down to reclaim those lows into just a phenomenal way to finish off the morning. Can't really ask for much more than that, and just a beautiful day of trading with the combination of technical analysis and also just understanding the market mindset. What's going on behind the scenes? What are the traders thinking here? What are they thinking here? Sellers very obviously want to sell this, but they don't want to sell down here anymore. They lost all of their emphasis. They want to sell a pullback. And that's just a beautiful reason behind why we look into these candles so deeply. So that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you found it interesting. And until next time, we'll see you all later.